But I want to go to some breaking news from Victoria now. And residents in the Victoria's West, as you heard in the previous hour, are being told to evacuate immediately as out-of-control bushfires threaten several communities. A leave immediately warning is in place for the following communities in the Ararat region, and the residents are being told to head towards Ballarat, head east towards Ballarat. 30 emergency crews are battling to contain the blazes. 11 aircraft are also at the scene. There have been soaring temperatures across Victoria today. Total fire bans in place for most of the state. Joining me now live is the Ballarat Mayor Des Hudson. Des, thanks for joining us again. Can you give us the latest?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. I believe there are about 20 cars which have now visited the evacuation centre at the Lakers football ground located in Dowling Street, Windaree. As I peer out the window at the moment, it does seem like the wind has dropped a little bit compared to what it was a couple of hours ago, where it was swirling around, and that was causing some of the embers to be carried for up to 10 kilometres, that people were experiencing that live ember floating into their yards. Some of that was in other rural properties close to our border out at Smythes Creek and Haddon. Haven't heard any other reports, but certainly, as I said in one of the other programs and earlier, that I live in a fairly safe urban area, Winter Valley, heavily residential, but I've also experienced the ash from the fire landing in my front yard. The smell is very heavy with smoke at the moment, so hopefully that those crews that are on the ground and in the air are able to be fighting back the front and able to get this under control as soon as possible. Pretty
difficult country because apart from bushland, the farmland there will be the grasslands will be pretty long. A lot of grass in the grasslands, given the season you've had, and it's also getting into some hilly territory there. Weather is all important. There is cooler weather on the way. When do you expect it? Is there any hope of rain?
Yeah, Chris, I think we're still waiting for about 4 hours or so before that change is expected to come through with some rain, and we would hope that would be pretty general in terms of the area that it falls to be able to dampen some of the ground. You're right with your impression of the land and the terrain that is being fought at the moment. We've had a fairly wet part of our summer period, which has probably promoted a lot more growth, and that's then dried off, and so there's significant fuel for the fire to be burning in, especially those areas. And with the really strong winds, it was absolutely taking off. The plumes of smoke that have been coming over Ballarat and Beaufort, that is some sort of 46, 47 kilometres from Ballarat up the Western Highway, and yet it appeared as if it was just over the horizon.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, Des. I appreciate the update, and stay safe there.